Afternoon all. Should we see if we can finish this game? It's fourth recording session for the Netherlands playthrough, and if you remember, we were doing fairly well. We were building factories as quick as we could before our friendship with, was it Byblos? Yeah, before our friendship with Byblos ran out. Who's Byblos fighting these days? I imagine they're probably fighting the Zulus, maybe? Yeah, they are. Yeah, actually, if we gift Byblos some units, we can probably get a little bit of influence with them, which might be quite good to do, actually. But then we don't have many units ourselves, to be honest. So, we were propelling ourselves technologically up until rocketry. If you remember, we're going to go through the Apollo program, build that as soon as we can. We can go to satellites into the information era, revealing the map and getting us the cockpit and the Hubble Space Telescope, which should be good things to build for us. After that, we can look to getting advanced ballistics, which should get us the booster. So let's just crack on, shall we? So the factory has been finished. That is all great. The solar plant. This is what we were going to build here. Do you see 5 production and 15% production, and no resources needed for that one because Amsterdam is actually next to a desert. You can't quite see it because there's a lot of stuff, farms and the like on top of it, but that is all desert. So we're keeping an eye out for Egypt mainly. Egypt are our biggest threat, I believe. The amount of wonders they've got is impressive. Yeah, impressive to say the least. I'll give them the credit they deserve. Them and Poland, they are having a bit of a scrap. Poland are also doing pretty well, as you would expect. Poland is a fairly good civ. Not that the computer really knows what to do with them, I don't think. But, yeah, they're doing okay at the moment, Poland. So, yeah, at the moment it's all going okay for us. Ballistics, we can get ourselves some machine guns soon, which will be a good upgrade for our Gatling guns. Yeah, we still got some crossbowmen actually, so we probably should think about upgrading those at some point. Now you can see there's hundreds and hundreds of caravans going along here. We've got all 8 of our routes being used. 6 of them, the maximum we can, are going on food routes internally, and then we've got 2 other gold routes getting us 29 gold per turn. So Amsterdam to Poland I think is the best one available, and Byblos got us some reputation with them. So that's all fine. We've got ourselves a great artist. Again, we can't put anything down, but it'll start a golden age for us, which is always good. Increase the culture, increase the gold income, all helps. Again, a solar plant can be built in Utrecht. That will help massively. Now, we can't build one in Rotterdam, unfortunately. There's no desert around it, but we should hopefully be able to pick up some uranium from somewhere. But no, it doesn't look like we've got any uranium in our territory either, which is a little bit of a pain. Which is awful. It hasn't given us any oil, really, apart from this one off the coast. Actually, no, it did give us 1 oil here, didn't it? On our polder. Great. It's given us no coal, no aluminium, and no uranium. I think that's awful. I don't know about you guys, but I feel a bit cheated. we should complain. Complain to the powers that be. Okie dokie. Oh, I can hear myself. Sorry, I always have the computer playing into earphones instead, and they're a bit loud, so I can hear myself in them. Right, turn that down. Brilliant. Okay, so let us continue. Caravans. Continue the food route. As I say, it just sort of helps us grow whilst still getting this ridiculous amount of science that we're getting, which is quite nice. So Rotterdam needs to build itself a research lab as soon as possible, really. That is the next big thing, but it costs like 1,200 gold, 1,300 gold, so it's not something I can just purchase that easily. We don't have Egypt's income. No, I'm not going to war. I'm not doing that. The only time I'm going to go to war is when I've got people like XCOM squads that will just give me an edge over people. You can see here we're now 24 points above the Zulus, sorry, and you can see that actually the Zulus are going to be taken fairly quickly by Egypt, which is worrying. Worrying is one word. Egypt have got a big enough empire as it is. I mean, they haven't really expanded, but they just picked up a lot of land, and they've done fairly well at, keeping their culture nice and high to expand all their lands as far as they can. Yeah, they've been doing well on that front. Okay, this worker has finished making himself an oil well. That's all great and all, but there's not much else for you to do, mister. What else could you do? I mean, this tile can't be worked by anyone, but... I mean, this one can't be worked either, can it? Oh no, this one can. Okay, let's get a trading post on that one. Caravans, again, we're just continuing to send food where it's needed. There you go. You can see Rotterdam has, it's got the best sort of natural growth at the moment. Having a polder as well as a lot of farms is doing itself quite good. Amsterdam has sort of reached the max that it can support, really, especially with all of the academies that I've stuck down. It's about as far as it can get. I mean, there were a few options here. We could have had a farm next to this lake. We could have had an academy. No, that's on a hill. Are any academies not on hills? No, most of our academies are on hills, aren't they? So we were quite good in that respect. Yeah, no, we're doing okay at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this factory before we know. We've got 7 oil as well. That is good. That will be able to give us at least a little bit of air force. We're going to be going for radar very soon. Here we go. So we can start to make some bombers and some fighters. Bombers are really good. We can start keeping them as a very good defensive barrier. Now, we should probably look to upgrade a few of these troops. To Gatling gun, yeah, let's just get you upgraded. Get you upgraded too. Now, how much does a Gatling gun cost these days? 260 upgrade. Wow. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so we're not going to be able to upgrade those just yet, but that's fine. We've got an inventory here. That inventory is going to happily see off any of these riflemen. Try again. Okay. So, it's not too bad. As you may notice, I have turned down the graphics just to give us a little bit more speed. We're going for Nintendo's policy they use in a lot of their recent games, which is don't worry about graphics, just keep the frame rates up. So that's what we're trying to do. We'll see if that actually ends up working or not, but I think we're okay at the moment. Yeah, we're doing alright, aren't we? Research agreement complete. There we go. That's completed. Now we need to keep an eye out for research agreements, actually. Factory is finished. Wonderful. Let's get that research lab finalised as well. Worker, again, trading post, thank you. Gatling gun. Yeah, we can actually afford to upgrade you now, but I'm going to upgrade this one just by our front line first. Machine gun. There we go. Get you to stay alert. Get you to stay alert. Sorry, using hotkeys here. It doesn't really translate well to the screen, but I just find it's a lot quicker to use. So I think the one thing that we could have done has been a little bit more aggressive with our land grabbing, but we wanted to stay diplomatically neutral. We've been fairly successful at that. Where's that settler off to? Zulu settler. Are they going to grab some of this land down here, or are they going to go for this tiny island here? Who knows? I'm just looking for any more resources on the coast. There's no oil I've missed, I don't think. There's a fish there. Like a few fish, but nothing that I've particularly missed. Is that pearls on the Great Barrier Reef? It is, isn't it? That's really unusual. You don't tend to see that. Alright, okay. Let's just keep going. Machine gun, you can alert as well. Just keep pressing on. We've breached the 4-figure research. We're on 1,000 beakers per turn. We're doing okay, and we've reached that on 1800 AD. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Now, this, what do you call it, solar plant is going to really kick Amsterdam's production into gear now. We'll be able to build a lot of cool stuff. Uranium is really what we wanted. Just trying to see if there's any uranium that I can see anywhere. Can't make the Brandenburg Gate for many people, but that's fine. We're allies with Florence again. Wonderful. We were fighting Egypt off as allies of Florence, if you remember. Yeah, we've got two now. Panama is going to be trickier. As you can see, 177 to surpass them. But Byblos, 188. Florence, we've got two strong allies here. One giving us food and one giving us culture. And more importantly, luxuries as well. And oil. So we can't complain, really. We're doing all right. Okay. Solar plant has been finished. Now, you can see we're able to build things very quickly now. We are going to need a recycling centre, but let's first build the Manhattan Project, just to strike fear into the hearts of our opponents. Musician, again, we don't need them. Feels really wrong getting rid of them, but they're useless. We haven't got open borders with everyone. Yeah, I don't feel bad about doing that. We've only missed out on a very small... Yeah, let's do that. You can see the pictures have now been turned off, but that's fine. Anything just to keep our frame rate up is good. I'm really happy we sorted the pictures out, actually. That was one big problem. Fingers crossed everyone managed to stick with me through that. Once I'm doing really, really advanced high-tech videos in the future, I'll be able to look back on those when I and be able to be like, oh, can't believe I was using that equipment. But, paratroopers. Now, these guys are awesome. I love paratroopers. Might go on myself a little war I might have with my paratroopers if I had to build a few. There we go. Radar. And we're almost at rocketry as well. Mobile SAMs and, more importantly, rocket artillery. I'm not going to have enough aluminium to build those, thinking about it, but they are great fun. Oh my god, they can just destroy cities. Ramesses has entered the modern era. No open borders. Thank you. I'm closeted up. I'm staying to myself here.